Simmers, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my channel. So, for today's build, I thought that it would be highly appropriate, as I'm South African, to build one of South Africa's most informal or rural type of house called a shack. Now, a shack is an extremely tiny home. So, I thought the best pack to represent this build would be Tiny Living Stuff Pack. I wanted to make this a micro build, so in order to do that, I had to ensure that the lot type settings were set on Tiny Home Residential. Okay guys, a shack is about the size of a container or maybe even smaller. So as the micro home consists of 32 tiles, I really had to ensure that it wasn't too big or too small. This was quite a challenge as well, guys, as shacks are so small. They do not have bathrooms inside them. Rather, shacks have outhouses, okay, which is bathrooms separate from the shack. So I literally had to build two buildings within this build today, and so I really had to count the tiles and ensure that everything fitted in perfectly. Now, as shacks are rural or informal, they are usually made up of scrap metal that people find, which they just attach together in order to build their home. Now, the metal used are usually zinc metal or zinc plates, and therefore I used, as you can see, Eco Lifestyle's metal paneling. Yes, I know it is in different colors, but it has to be, as to add to the element of finding pieces or different pieces and just attaching them together so that you get a home, which is exactly what a shack is. These people are extremely poor, so they usually find these scrap metal or zinc metal or zinc plates in scrapyards. Now, for roofing, it is also usually a zinc plate that's placed on top of the zincs making up the walls of the house. But for this, I'm using a half gabled roof and just lowering it quite a bit and using the metal roofing cover to ensure that it looks appropriate. As you can see, I used the green just to add again to that element of variety, and I'm just using a trim so that it looks like, you know, one piece of metal plate that was added to the walls of which makes this home. So here, guys, please do not find this weird. Well, it is weird, but it is true. I am using rocks to place on top of the roof in order to help the roof stay intact. Now, I know that this seems quite odd, but as I said earlier, guys, that is the sad reality that these people living in shacks face every day. Now, they usually do use bricks as well, anything heavy they can find to keep the roof intact. So therefore, I'll be using only rocks, as we do not have bricks per se in the Sims, and place 4 rocks each in every corner, and then one slightly off the middle. Now I'm going to do the same concept on the outhouse roof, as this adds to the element of realism in South Africa. For doors, these people who live in shacks usually only cut out a hole within these metal plates to function as a door, or they use a metal plate itself as a door. But we do not have scrap metal doors in the Sims, and therefore I actually end up using the Eco Lifestyle container doors, as you can see actually looks pretty good. However, it's a little big, but it does the job. It looks informal, it looks rural. It just adds to that element again of building a house from material that has been found in a scrapbook or whatever. Okay, this looks quite good. I decided to make the door a rusty brown red, just so that it looks as though it's been worn down by the weather. So yeah, I'm happy with how it looks thus far. Now for windows, the semi-plus windows, guys, these people usually only cut out holes in the metal plating to function as a window for ventilation. But as we do not have just holes that we can put in the wall of Sims, I use these windows from Island Living. I end up making it a darker blue as to add to a metal element thereof. I know it's wooden windows, but it looks a bit more metallic, or metallic in that color. Now guys, I'm quite happy with how the exterior looks of the shack. Now I'm just gonna ensure that the inside of the shack corresponds with the outside thereof, so that it looks, the same, as it's the same seam from both sides, seam plate from both sides. So yeah, just a little bit of yellow there, a little bit of red there, grey, red, grey again, and then blue. I am extremely happy with how this turned out thus far. For flooring, I ended up using gravel instead of just plain concrete, as I just wanted to add a bit more to the build rather than just keeping the flooring as is. I tried darker concrete, but the gravel, even though the gravel looks very similar to the concrete, there is a difference, and I really like the effect that it had, so that's why I ended up going with the gravel instead of the concrete. This looks extremely good, guys. So far it looks very realistic, so now we can start with the furniture. So for bedding, I use the outdoor retreat bedding, which looks quite second hand and is cheap. Now guys, because this is a shack, you cannot use the most expensive bedding within this build, as a shack is, as I said, rural and informal, hence the furnishing should also correspond to that. I'm quite happy with this bed I found in outdoor retreat, so that's why I ended up going with that. In shacks, the mirrors are usually broken as they are found on scrap piles or scrap yards. But if mirrors are donated to these people, obviously they would be whole and functioning. And therefore, for the Sims, as we do not really have broken mirrors, I use that one from Eco Lifestyle as to look, cheap and eco-friendly, and as though it looks made by someone. I ended up going with a couch from Outdoor Retreat as well, as it looks quite second-handed too. And because I did not end up going in with or placing dining chairs and a dining table, a couch was quite needed. Okay, so for the kitchen, I decided on the second-hand counters from City Living, the second-hand fridge, and the second-hand stove as well from City Living. I just thought it would go great with the element of donation objects. I'm quite happy with the kitchen there in the corner. I'm just adjusting the kitchen so that the walkway is large enough for the Sims, so that when one is busy cooking, that the other can get in without any hassle. I'm quite happy with how this is working. Now, guys, usually shacks do not have electricity or plumbing. So what I did was I ended up putting a sink in the kitchen, but making it look as if though someone built the sink and just placing it on top of the counter. You know, because these people, what they do is they go to nearby dams and rivers and collect water and then use that water to bathe, use that water to wash the dishes, etc. Okay, so most of the things I use in the build, or most of the objects I use in the build, can be found within the Off the Grid catalog in golden buy mode. So yeah, that also adds to the realism of it. For lighting, as I said earlier, they don't really have electricity, but I found this cute little photo display which has fairy lights that I thought would look amazing. It also adds the realistic feel of a shack, as the shacks are so small. The people living in the shacks usually tend to hang their belongings on walls, like that photo display there, and like you'll see the shelves that I'll put in the build later on. As you can see, I just put shelves above the sink, and I'll be putting other shelves on the opposite side of the bed as well. Just adjusting the shelves like this so that it's center of the sink. Oh, and the other thing is because these people living in shacks do not have water and so on, I will be placing a wash bucket for them to do the laundry. They do not have the money, obviously, for appliances such as washing machines and tumble dryers, but rather use their, like I said earlier, buckets to collect water to then wash their clothes as well. So that type of wash bucket really adds to the realistic element of living in a shack. Yeah, I just went through the decorative catalog to find items that look appropriate in the shack. I found a few, for example, clothes. They usually hang the clothes on the walls of the shack, if not, put into a box placed under the bed, or into a box placed next to the bed, or whatever. But most likely the clothes are hanging on the walls, and that's why I added the hang clothes above the bed and there on the wall next to the couch. So as these residents of a shack do not have a lot of money, they cannot really afford curtains. So I found this amazing item, guys, the fishnet with the floaters on. And so I thought maybe why not use that as a curtain, as sometimes residents of a shack in South Africa actually use items like that to cover their windows. I also decided giving these poor Sims some kitchen utilities, such as knives and pots and pans, which you'll see later. This type of totem object, decorative item, I thought looked a lot like something you find in South Africa, and therefore I just had to put it in. Some pans, shrinking out a bit, placing it in the fridge. Okay, so here I just wanted to separate the bedroom from the kitchen area, and to do this I actually actually built two walls, not joining them, as to look like two pieces of metal plates just placed there and attached to exterior walls. I will be hanging a type of curtain that is more draping from spooky stuff, that someone may have picked up to hang in the middle between those two walls that I've just built as part of separating from the kitchen. So I'm just ensuring that the two walls look like metal paneling here, making it different colors as well, just to add to the realism that we talked about earlier in the video. So yeah, I'm just deciding, I actually first went with curtains, but yeah, they wouldn't be able to afford curtains, hence the net we placed in front of the window. So that wouldn't have been appropriate at all, and therefore the spooky stuff draping that looked secondhand from the trash or from the junk drawer or whatever. As you see, I contemplated quite a bit about what item to use here for the appropriate separation element. And there I found the spooky stuff draping curtains, which I end up placing between those walls, and noticed that it wasn't placed onto the walls at all thanks to the objects. I just had to ensure that they were placed exactly between the two, and decided just to rotate them a bit. I did not enlarge them, and it's not necessary at all. This, as I said, is functional since it goes straight through that without any problem. So I wanted to add a bit more lighting on the kitchen side, and just went through the lighting catalog to see what would look appropriate and what would look as if it were off the grid. And then I came across this light. Now this light looks amazing. It adds to that informal feel, that messy vibe, and therefore I utilized that. I'm not sure if this is functional off the grid, but this light is not off the grid, so you will be able to use it either way. Okay, so here I'm using the terrain tool to lead to the outhouse of the board. I messed that up a few times. So for the outhouse, I thought just a small, square build would look good. Nothing too special, as it should look informal. I don't know why I clicked that much. I struggled to actually place it where I wanted it to. And here as well, I ensured that the walls were made from that metal paneling for the sink. I used the same bulkhead roof and the same tile to decorate, to color the adjusting the color. it's still uneven. This build ought to be messy, guys. It should. That's how it should be. Okay, I'm quite happy with that as well. I'm using the same container tools here, just making it another color. Just ensuring that the inside looks like the exterior. I'm actually going to end up placing the toilet underneath this light. I just thought, as it's an outhouse, when you go in the dark, you need to at least see the toilet where they're sitting. I did end up also adding a shower, but the shower is also functional off-grid, so if you want to place the shack on an off-grid lot in The Sims, you can do so. I think the only thing that may not work is that light above the toilet, I think. But like I said, most of the things are functional, so you can do that. Again, just having that shower from university life, and it actually does fit in quite well with the board. Like I said earlier, they don't usually have water access to the shacks, but weird enough, this shower is functional off-grid in The Sims, so hence let's just say it does work without water in The Sims. But yeah, using that net once again, just shrinking it a slight bit to fit into our bathroom there. Just once again, when you add something catalog, and I saw this gas canister. Now, people who live in shacks will usually rather use gas than electricity, as I said earlier. Electricity is always available to the shacks. I also placed these barrels over there, which are usually used to place water or store water in them, as it's for, to walk. Sometimes to obtain water, they need a place to store it. I saw this cute little bench thingy from Simlissi and thought I'd use that as well, just because of the fact that with the bucket on top of the step or bench, it would add to the realism of the using buckets to collect water. In order for that wash tub to work, I had to add a hamper. I added that next to, or just in front of the shower, so that they can do their washing, because you need a hamper to do washing in The Sims. So here I just searched for the wash tub and finally found it in off-grid items, but realized I forgot to bin, so then I just placed it in the kitchen and a bin outside behind our shack. when searching for that wash tub, I actually found oil lamps. Now this is completely accurate, guys. The residents living in shacks use oil lamps for lighting when they cannot have access to electricity. So I finally found the wash tub. First I wanted to place it in the room area, but decided to place it next to the toilet, and I ended up moving the snowy escape bucket and ladder or bench next to the couch to add to the clutter, and move the toilet line a bit, and move the light along the toilet once again. Guys, this build is available on the Sims Gallery under Melissa 1996. So you can go download it and use it in the Rags to Riches challenge if you want to do that. It's a really cool one just to start yourself off in. I think it ended up being 10,175 simoleons. Okay, so for landscaping, I decided to do 3 cypress trees. And as they're evergreen, they don't need a lot of taking care of. And because of the fact that water is scarce, however, there's a canal next to this house. Cypress trees are the perfect trees here. To add to the informal settlement element, I used the grass from the base game so that it looks messy. As you can see, I'm just kind of putting the grass next to each other so that it looks like some areas or the grass are longer than others. Of our little shack. As you can see, this is mostly how it's going to look on the outside. And I just saw there that that's the top view of our shack. Here's the kitchen area of our shack, the room area of our shack. Outhouse, just check that out a bit. That's the outhouse of our shack, nothing special. And there you have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this build. Please comment down below what you want me to build next time, and then I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.